Good morning. Welcome. My name is Lucas, and today we're going to do a morning vinyasa flow. We're going to do about 50 minutes here. If there's any issues with the audio or video, please put that in the chat. Um, if there's any issues with the audio or video, let's start class today in meditation, just taking a minute or two just to notice your breath and settle into your seat. I'm going to make this a little bit brighter. Hold on. Nice. And let's begin our movement with a child's pose. So you can come forward, take this block towards the top of the mat, and we'll come back to it later. Placing the forehead down into the mat, reaching the arms out long, sinking the hips back towards the heels. You can sway your forehead side to side on the mat. Take 2 more deep breaths in here, breathing in fully and smooth sigh out, just letting go of any tension. And then walk the hands in, come onto a seated pose. So come back to your seat. Reach the feet out in front of you, take your hands along your side, and press down into the hands, draw the shoulder blades together, gaze up. Good. Now reach the arms up. Bring this nice L shape into the body. Get a 90-degree angle going on here. Inhale to reach up nice and high. Exhale, bend into the knees. Take your hands forward. Doesn't matter how far you reach. Just get a nice even bend. And then we'll take it with the breath. So inhale, take the arms up. Engage the core. Maybe you lean back a bit. And exhale, take it forward. Good. Inhaling up. And exhale forward. Let's take 3 more with your breath. And when you lean back, maybe you float the heels up, get a little bit of a shake going through the voice, through the body. All right. And you can take it as far back as you like, as far as feels good for you. So throughout class, you can follow along with my pace and rhythm, or follow your own pace, follow the pace of your breath. Just move in a way that feels best for you and make this your practice. Okay. Let's do 1 more. Good. Now let's find that Dandasana again, that 90-degree angle. Just hold for another breath. And take your hands along your side. Point your fingers forward. Bring your heels in a bit. Press the hips up for reverse table. Just get the hips as high as feels good for you. You can rock the head. For another full breath cycle here. Good. take the seat down. Let's come forward here onto a tabletop. So wrists underneath of your shoulders here, knees under your hips. Spread the fingers wide, grip down, and take some intuitive movements. So I'll give you some options. Okay, we can take the hips side to side. Maybe you gaze over one shoulder than the next. Let's take some circular motions with the hips. Draw some circles around the knees on the mat. And switch directions. All right. Now work a bit with the shoulders, pressing into the hands, and then let the shoulders, let the chest come to the mat, and press it away. All right. Take a few more breaths to move in any way that feels good for you here. Using a part of the body that you wouldn't usually think to use. Maybe pick up a hand, then another hand. And send your right foot out long. All right, tuck the toe, and then press the heel back. And then pushing the toes down, bring the leg forward to get a toe stretch. Press it back for a calf stretch, and pull it forward for the toe stretch. Really, really press it back when you're going into that calf. Do a couple more. Good, and then float the right foot up. Reach the left hand high, gazes down and hold, and reach. Good, and with balance and control, inhale, take it long. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. And inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale, draw it in. Inhale. And exhale. And this time, inhale, reach out and hold. Bend your back knee, reach the hand back for the foot or the ankle. Open the chest forward. Maybe you kick into the back foot. All right, and then follow me here. Release the foot to the back of your mat. Take your hand down under your shoulder, rock to your left side. So we're in a supported side plank on the left. All right, we want this bottom hip to be just over top of the knee as much as possible, working in that direction. All right, reach up, long line from palm to palm. And then take your top arm in some circles. Taking it down to the mat and back up. Let's do 2 on each side. Feeling through the hips, feeling through the shoulders. All right, and then inhale, reach it up nice and high. And exhale. Let's rock over to the right side. All right, supported on your right side here, long from palm to palm. Get your bottom hip over top of the knee. Take that back foot flat and draw some circles. And switching directions. And then reach it straight up. Really extend long through the arm, through the fingertips. Inhale. And exhale, come back to a tabletop. And wag your shoulders side to side. Now, take your left foot back, tuck the toes, bring your hands forward a bit so that you have more leverage to press back. Pressing into that calf, and then pull it forward while you press the toes down. Nice toe stretch. And get to the calf, and to the toes, and take a few more like that. And float the left foot. Reach your right hand out long, gazes down. Get them nice and parallel to your mat. All right, find your balance. Inhale. And exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Good. Inhale, reach it out. Follow the breath, bring the elbow to the knee. Let's do 3 more. Take it out. And bring it in. Good. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, reach it out. Bend your back knee. Reach the hand for the foot. All right, you want to start pointing the chest forward. Broaden the collar a bit. I like to just draw the foot into the seat here, get a nice calf stretch. You can kick into it if you'd like more of a back bend. All right. And then take that foot to the back of the mat, right hand under your right shoulder. Reach it up. And take it down. All right, now from tabletop, here, go ahead and tuck your toes. Float your knees a few inches up off the mat here, gripping through the fingers, and breathe. Feel your fire spark for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Lower the knees. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward. Exhale, round the spine, pressing into the palms. Inhale, point the chest forward, raise your tailbone up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward. Exhale, Halloween cat. And inhale to cow pose. And take a couple more with your breath. Do this through a nice full breath. Letting the breath direct the stretch. Good. Now from neutral here, tuck your toes, and let's press to a down dog. So get your hips up high and the legs straight. Bend your knees a bit so your back flattens out. And go ahead and straighten one leg and then the next. And you can pulse your chest towards the knee that you bring in towards you. All right, down dog. Bend the knees, inhale, gaze forward, and step the feet up to the top of the mat nice and gracefully. Come to a halfway lift. Flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Roll up the spine, sweep the arms. And exhale, take your hands to your heart. Let's take a cleansing breath. Breathe it in. And smooth sigh out. Good. Sweep your arms up. Bring the hands down to center. Now with the feet nice and parallel, keep the palms together, reach the hands up, bend the elbows, take the hands behind your head, and inhale, drive your elbows up high, bringing them together, rocking the head back into the hands, expanding through the front body. Good. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, swan dive down into a fold. Good. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Circle the arms. And bring the hands together and down to your heart. All right. Keep the palms together. Reach them up. Bend the elbows. Take the hands behind your head. And drive your elbows up high. One more breath. Lengthen the front body. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive down. Take it to the mat. Good. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And root to rise. Take it up high. Bring your hands together. And step your feet out wide here. Get a nice wide stance and bounce a bit from side to side. All right. Getting into your foundation here. So when you're nice and grounded in your foundation, all right, with the hands to the heart, we're going to sit back a bit more, Sit back into the hips. Get a nice straight line going through the spine from your crown to your tailbone. And then inhale, straighten the legs and sweep the arms up. Bring the hands together. Exhale, sit into it. Good. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, prayer squat. Good. Inhale. And exhale. And let's take 2 more. Inhale, take it up. And last one. Big sweep. Trace that range of motion. Bring the palms together and take them to the heart. Good. Now I want you to take your hands to your thighs just above the knees. And feel that you're pressing from your shoulders into your heels, right? So you can see there's kind of like a line going from my shoulders to my heels. I'm just pressing down into that. All right. And while we're here, take a couple breaths to roll the neck. Just working into the sides of the neck. All right. Now that we've got the neck, we're going to get into our shoulders. Okay, so check me out. So we're going to inhale, then exhale, take one shoulder in and gaze over to the other side. So inhale to center. Exhale, right shoulder in, gaze over your left. And we make the sound ha. So inhale to center and exhale, ha. 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 Good, let's do 5 more. Ha. Ha. For 3. Ha. Ha. And 1 more. Ha. Good. Take it to center. Straighten the legs. Reach the arms up. And exhale. Go ahead and fold down. Turn your front toes in so we're in a wide-legged stance. Walk your hands to your front foot. Face that front foot forward and step the front foot back to a plank pose. All right, let's hold in plank for 2 more breaths, nice and solid in the core. Good. Inhale and exhale, high to low, nice and slow. Inhale, raise the chest, press into the arms. Exhale, press your hips back for down dog. Now inhale up to your toes. And exhale, press the heels back, open up the armpits. Good. Inhale, get your heels high. And exhale, hips back, deep down dog. 1 more full breath in, get high. And exhale, press it back, go deep. And sway the head from side to side. Good. Bend the knees. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float to the top. Find a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up high. And bring your hands to the heart. Keep the palms together. Reach them up. And go ahead and let's take our feet wide for this time. Exhale over to the left. Keeping the core tight. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Keep the core tight. Good. Inhale to center. And switch. And inhale. And switch. Good. Inhale. Take it up. Exhale. Cactus. Elbows down. Gaze up. Good. Again. Inhale. And exhale. Cactus. Elbows down. Broaden the collar. Good. Inhale. Reach it up. And exhale. Swan dive down. Heel toe your feet in here. So bring the heels, then the toes. All right, good. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and step back. Ride the breath down to the mat. All right, we're going to hang out here for a Cobra series. So inhale, float the feet, float the hands. Gaze is down or just a foot forward. All right, float it all up. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, press it all down. Peel the chest up. Engage your core here. And then lower one cheek down to the mat and breathe. Good. Float everything back up again. Raise the feet. Raise the chest and the hands. Feel that engagement through the whole back body. And inhale to prepare. Exhale, press everything down. Peel the chest up. Press into the hands. Engage your core. Press the tail down. All right. Inhale. And exhale, take the opposite cheek down to the mat. Good. And pick everything up again. And reach your arms out long. Actually, your feet can be down or up here, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to rock left to right. And we're going to use our back muscles, but we're also going to roll on our abdominals here to get an internal sort of a self-massage. All right, really good for digestion. All right, so whatever you're doing with the lower body to help you rock on the abs is great. All right, once you're done with that, reach your hands overhead, stack the palms underneath of your forehead, take the forehead down, and wave your heels side to side. And this is going to wave your hips from side to side too, releasing the lower back. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe you bend the knees and windshield wiper the feet. All right, take the feet down, take the hands underneath of the shoulders. Press back to a child's pose. We're not going to stay here, but you're welcome to return to it at any point. And inhale, come forward to a cobra. Tuck your toes and press the hips back to a down dog. Good. Lift your right foot high to the sky. Inhale and exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round the spine, press the mat away, draw the knee up nice and high. Good, and inhale, reach it to the sky, and exhale, step it forward in between your hands, and rise up into a warrior one. Right, your chest is square forward, extending long through your middle arms, get the knee over top of the ankle, and expand through your shape. All right. Now go ahead and take some pulses with the arms. Left, then right. Left and right. Left and right. All right, work one side of the body, then the next. Send a little bit of a wave, a little dancey wave up into the sky, okay? All right, and inhale, reach it straight up. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Let's get a nice straight line from that front hip through the knee to those middle toes. Okay, your heels in a line. Soften the shoulders and extend long through the arms. And shift forward to a side angle. So your front forearm can come into the thigh. All right, the right leg is forward. Maybe you take the hand down to the mat. Take this top arm up in line with your back leg. Get a nice crisp diagonal line, okay? So hug your hip in and breathe. All right, inhale to prepare. Exhale, you take the hand down to the mat, spin your back heel up, reach to the sky, low lunge twist. Good. Go ahead and lower your back knee and take your front foot all the way to the back of the mat. So we are in that supported side plank again. Now, if you want to take a full side plank, straighten the bottom leg, go for it. Otherwise, flow with me here. Float that top foot, float the back foot here, bend the knee, and maybe you reach back for the foot. All right, opening up the chest, open up the collar. Let's check in with your body, make sure that this feels good for you. Then go ahead and release the foot. Take the hand down, straighten into the legs for plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, down dog or vinyasa. Okay, high to low. Pull the chest forward, gaze up. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And let's do the left side. Inhale your left foot high to the sky. And step it. No, bring the knee in. Round your spine. Hug the knee up into the chest. And inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward and rise to warrior one. Good stuff. And let's take those pulses with the left and right arms. And not just with the arms, but the whole side body too. Feel it coming from your hips, from your feet. All right. If you're playing some music, great. Otherwise, pulse to the beat of your own drum. All right. All right, inhale, take it up high. And exhale, open up to warrior two. We want to take this front thigh, rotate it externally. Take this back thigh, rotate it internally. Shoulders stacked over top of your hips. Gaze over those middle fingers here with intention. And shift forward to a side angle. Take the forearm to the thigh, maybe down to the mat. Go ahead and reach straight up. Get that crisp diagonal line, and then straighten your arm up in line. Inhale to prepare. And then exhale, take the hand down, spin the back heel up. Reach high. Press through your back heel. Get a nice straight, long line going through the body. Good, and lower your back knee. Take this front foot all the way to the back of the mat. Big step back, supported side plank. All right. Now you can straighten the bottom leg or float this top foot. Bend the knee and take hold of it. Let the shoulder blades hug together. And then release the foot. Come to a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, pull the chest forward. Maybe you lift the thighs. And exhale, down dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Breathing in. And sighing out. Deep breath in. And exhaling. Good. One more like that. Full breath in. And smooth, audible exhale. Sway the head from side to side. Good. Now shift forward to a plank pose. All right, and lower your knees. We're going to come to thread the needle. All right, so press into your left hand, reach your right hand up. Inhale to reach. Exhale, threading it through. We're going to come down on the third time. So let your inhale take you up again. And exhale, reaching, threading. Good. Big breath in, grab some sky. And exhale, thread it down to the ground. Come onto your shoulders, come onto the temple. Reach the left arm up overhead. Press the hand down here. We want to have the hips more or less over top of the knees, working to square the shoulders down to the mat. Now, some people like to take this top hand behind their back. I much prefer it overhead. Do what feels best for you. Let's take 2 more full breaths here. Good, and take the left hand back, press, reach the right up. Lower the right hand and reach the left hand up. Again, we're going to come down on the third time. So inhale to reach, exhale, thread. Good, inhale it up. And exhaling, reaching. Good, big breath in, prepare. And exhale, thread it down, taking the shoulder, taking the temple, reaching your right hand overhead, and letting the vertebrae in the neck, the muscles alongside the upper back, relax and soften down. Good, and take your right hand down to the mat. Press, reach the left hand up high, and take the left hand down. Let's take some cat-cows to rinse that out here. So just take a couple cat-cows with your own breath. Good. And then let's tuck the toes, press the hips back, straighten the legs. All right. And inhale, your right foot lifts up high to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hip, rotate it open. Good. Inhale. And exhale, step it to the top of the mat, rise to warrior one. Let's inhale to reach up. And exhale, take that right hand down and long, twisting to your right. Good. Inhale, sweep that right hand back up, reach up. And exhale, take the hand down. You can spin the back heel up as you do. Good. Inhale up. The heel come down. And then exhale, take the right hand down, twisting to your right. And then we're going to come right to warrior two. So windmill the arms. Find your setup in the legs. All right. Let's lift the front palm, scoop it up, reverse it. Take this back hand, wrap it around the front thigh. Inhale, and exhale to a side angle. Now let's find a bind this time. Take the top arm behind the back. Maybe you take this front hand, wrap it underneath the thigh, or bring the elbow into the knee, take the hand to the heart, and gaze up. Good. One more breath here. Then windmill the arms back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, hug your hip in. Maybe you shorten your stance a bit. Reach, hinge for triangle pose. Now if you want to use that block under your hand, go for it. If you want to grip into the leg, lengthen through both sides of the torso, pressing into your heels. All right, micro bends are always cool. All right, let's come back to warrior two. Inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and T-twist, spin that back heel up, and take your left hand down. Take it to a block. Why don't we take that block here inside of the foot? So we're going to do a reversed triangle here. Maybe you keep that front leg straight and gaze up. Good. Now go ahead and take both hands down. Step that front foot back to a plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, high to low, or you can go right to a down dog. Pull your chest forward. And exhale to down dog. Good. Inhale the left foot up high, bend the knee, stack the hip. Rotate it open, big breath in as the chest squares down. And then step the foot up, rise to warrior one. Nice. All right, inhale to reach up. And exhale, we're going to lead with the left hand. So let the left hand come down and back as you spin that back heel up and twist to your left. Good. Inhale, reach it up, spin the heel back. Maybe your hands come together, come back for a moment. Inhale. And then exhale, lead with the left hand, spin it up, twist to the left. Good. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, T-twist to the left. Good. And then we're going to come right to warrior two. So keep those arms spinning. Face the torso the opposite direction. Very graceful. Flip that front palm. Keep that front knee over top of the ankle as you reverse it. Scoop it up and back. Take that back hand around for the front thigh. Get this crescent moon shape going through the back side body. And then coming through a warrior two to a side angle. The forearm can come to the thighs. You take this top arm in line, then wrap it behind the back. Right, any bind is good here. If you want to join me in a half bind, we can press the elbow into the knee. It's going to help to get an openness in the thigh here, in the groin. And take the hand to the heart, gaze up. For another breath cycle. And windmilling the hands open to warrior two. All right, straighten your front leg. Maybe you shorten the stance, draw the hip in, reach, 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 reach. Wherever the hand lands is good. Don't need to force a deep expression. Okay, so we got some straight lines here from the heel, from both heels into the hips, and then from your tail to the crown of your head. All right. And breathe. Good. Now straighten the torso up. Keep the legs straight. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take this T-twist over to the left here. You can spin the back heel up, or you can keep the back heel down. Okay? It's an extra challenge to keep the heel down. I usually spin it up. So go ahead and take your right hand to that block and reach the left hand high, nice and straight through the legs. All right, and take both hands down to the mat. Well done. Step it back to a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, hug the elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the chest forwards. Get a nice cobra up dog pose. Exhale, hips back. Really, really bend into the knees. Open up the armpits. Get a nice long extension here. And bend the knees and straighten the legs. And bend the knees and straighten the legs. And one more time, bend into them and straighten them. Good. Let's take a big breath in, bend your knees, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float to the top, halfway lift. And a fold. Good. Sweep your arms back, sit the hips, bend the knees, chair pose. All right, inhale, chair. Exhale, halfway lift. Take your hands to your shins, flat back. Good. Inhale, chair. Exhale, halfway lift. Good. Inhale, chair. Exhale, halfway lift. One more chair. Big breath in. Come up onto your toes. Exhale, heels down, straighten the legs, and fold. Uttanasana. Maybe you take your feet a bit wider. Really bend into the knees. Let the torso hang heavy. All right. You can take your hands to a block or grab opposite elbows. Maybe you straighten into the legs, pressing into the toes. You can nod the head. You can sway the torso, releasing through the head and the neck. All right, then release the hands down and roll up the spine nice and smoothly. Sweep the arms up high. And exhale, take your hands to your heart. Let's take it down to the mat. So reach your arms out nice and high. Come up onto your toes, inhale, and exhale, smoothly lower down. If you have any knee issues, just come right on down to the mat, okay? Smoothly take the hips down to the heels, take the knees wide, lean back, reach forward. Rock onto your back. All right, let's take a couple rocks here. Rocking smoothly, rocking smoothly. All right. Now take your hands underneath of your hips here. Reach your feet up, straight up. Find that Dandasana on the back, all right? And take your feet to 30 degrees. And straight up, and to 30, then to 60, 30, straight up. All right, just a little more, 30 to 30, and to 2 inches up off the mat. All right, for 3, for 2, take it to 30 degrees, to 60, straight up. And then take your feet flat down in front of your hips. Press the hips up, press the belly up. Interlace your hands, roll over top of the arms. Come to a bridge pose. Take a couple breaths here, expanding into the body. Breathe into this inversion. And release the hands, soften the chest. Roll down and wag the knees left and right. Windshield wipers. And then point your knees straight up. Go ahead and press into the feet. Get your hips up high for another bridge. Now, if you want to go into a wheel and take your hands behind your head, absolutely welcome to do that, or a restorative bridge. If you want to take a block underneath of your sacrum, that is also a fantastic option. All right, keep your knees over top of your ankles, pressing your chest towards the wall behind you. Good. Releasing the hands, soften the chest, roll down the spine. All right, wave the knees left and right one more time. All right, now let's take a reclined pigeon. If you want to come onto your front body and do pigeon on your front body, absolutely go for it. All right, if you want to follow me, take your left ankle on top of your right thigh, wrap your hands, interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, draw the legs into the torso. Let's take 2 full breaths here. Feel the opening up in your left hip. All right, now keep the cross of the legs. All right, you can bring the right foot flat. All right, now I want you to just let this right leg drape over to the right. Take your arms out wide, gaze over the left side. Now, if this is feeling kind of tight for you, maybe you take a block underneath of your right thigh, gazing over the left, softening through the shoulders. Good. And bring your knees back up into center. You can use your hands to help you. All right. Now let's switch the cross of our legs. Take the right ankle there on top of the left eye and interlace your hands behind the left thigh. Take the opposite grip. So opposite thumb is on top. If it feels a little goofy, you're doing it right. And, in this pose, you can always flex through the toes. If you've got any knee things going on, any issues with the knees, just flex through the toes, and that'll help to protect that, okay? And then letting the left thigh come over to the left here. Maybe you place a block underneath of it if you want to do that. Perfect. Take a couple more breaths here, breathing deeply into the belly. Good. And then bring the knees back into center. All right. And let's take a closing happy baby. So taking hold of the ankles or the soles of the feet, drawing the knees towards your armpits and rock back and forth. Just bringing the spine into alignment. Maybe you draw the feet apart, straighten one leg and then the other. Whatever feels good for you here. And bring the knees into the chest. Raise the head, tuck the tailbone, nice and gently. Inhale. And exhale, float it down, float it down. Now, if you want to change the lighting or set the music or anything like that before getting into Shavasana, go for it. I'm going to play a nice Shavasana track for myself here. Okay. Go ahead and take any final movements that feel good for you. And finding yourself in that center place of stillness. Notice your breathing. Notice the muscles beginning to relax and soften. And continue to breathe into that process, allowing the rhythm of the breath to become smooth and deeper and longer, and tuning into the sound and the feel of the breath. activating the parasympathetic nervous system, the restore and relax, the restful. And we'll be here for about 4 more minutes. Staying present here to the breath, the feelings in the body. Continuing to actively relax and feel the energy flow from the breath, from our practice. And begin to naturally deepen and lengthen the breath. Expand the lungs in 3 dimensions. And beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And mindfully take the arms up overhead, pointing through the fingers and the toes. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, bring the knees into the chest, taking hold of the shins and swaying side to side. Taking a moment to thank yourself for practicing yoga, for tuning into your body, for working with your body, for doing something for yourself that's really healthy. And then rolling over to one side for a breath. and pressing to a seated pose. Just take a moment to check in, notice how you're feeling. And let's take 2 breaths to close. So exhale, take a breath in, and exhale audibly. One more cleansing breath, deep breath in, and smooth sigh out. Bring the hands to the heart. Thank you so much for tuning in today, for moving, and for breathing with me. Thank you. Namaste. So we will be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It'll be a little bit more of a vigorous practice. So look forward to joining you then. Please do drink plenty of water. It's really hot out there. It's a great time to make sure to stay hydrated, get your vitamin C, your vitamin D, and have lots of fruits and vegetables. All right. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.